you can get a scratch and dent 18 cubic foot refrigerator for just $349 while supplies last. Go to owenappliance.com to learn more. That's owenappliance.com.
I'm here with Thomas from Talkin Heating and Air. With the temperatures going up, now is a good time to get your heating and air system looked at. Thomas, when somebody calls, you guys answer.
That's right. The phones are staffed by us. They're manned 24/7. We're ready to come out and take care of you that day.
How do they give you guys a call?
You give us a call at 256-503-4490.
And you can find you guys on the World Wide Web at
talenthvac.com.
And now is a good time to do this because you guys are offering a special deal.
That's right. We're doing $49 tune-ups this spring. We're also doing free second opinions. We offer that year-round. Somebody comes out, they say you got a bag compressor or leaking refrigerant. Give us a call, see if we can save you some money.
Thomas from Talkin Heating and Air. Thomas, one more time, that phone number.
256-503-4490. AL certain number 21014.
You've been paying on that life insurance policy for years, but maybe you don't really need it anymore, or it's gotten a bit too expensive. Well, before you just let it expire, let Neighbors Insurance Solutions share with you some alternatives that you haven't considered. Don't throw away something that still may have great value for you. If you want to learn more about what Neighbors Insurance Solutions can do for you, call 256-763-7693. A death benefit could be a life benefit. Learn more at 256-763-7693.
You've got to experience Toyotathon at Bill Penny Toyota. They've got the selection with over 700 new Toyotas to choose from. And they've got the extras with Bill Penny perks and a 10-year unlimited warranty. So get on over to Bill Penny Toyota today and experience Toyotathon. Bill Penny Toyota in Huntsville and online at BillPennyToyota.com. Bill Penny's Toyota 10-year unlimited warranty is valid through the 10th year of ownership. Valid on new vehicles only. See dealer for details.
Forgiveness. Wow, what a word. What a gift. All of us have done things in our lives that we regret. All of us have done things that are disobedient. All of us have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. Thank God for his forgiveness. Thank God that he separates our sins as far as the east is from the west and remembers them no more. Hey, I'm John Dees, pastor of Cross Point Church, smack dab across the street from the YMCA in Madison. Check us out at cpcfamily.org.
Welcome to Talkin' Ball with Scott Tyson and Drew DeArmond. Call into the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline now, 256-576-4977. That's 256-576-4977. Now, here's Scott and Drew.
And just like that, we're off, we're running. It is another brand new live edition of Talking Ball, 97.7 ESPN, The Zone. Scott Tyson, Drew DeArmond, and we are ready to go for, hold on one second. Okay, I think Drew's down at the door. Sorry, a little live programming there. Hey, we are on the road this morning. We are doing our Talent Heating and Air tailgate tour. Easy for me to say. Easy to plan, hard to say. But we are live this morning on the campus of Alabama A&M, home of the Bulldogs. We are sitting inside. If you're watching us on WCZN TV, you can see where we are at. We are inside the event center. And my, oh my, this is our second show that we have ever done here. We did this 2 years ago. And we are back inside the Alabama A&M Event Center. This place is spectacular. It is all set up, ready to go for volleyball season. Won't be long before basketball season is on the horizon here for the Bulldogs. A new start for the Bulldogs on the men's side as they have a new head coach. We will be joined by Alabama A&M University head football coach Sam Shade here in the first hour. Drove in this morning. Lights were on inside Louis Crews Stadium. The Bulldogs going through an early morning practice. So we will hear from Sam Shade as well. We have got a dignitary of guests coming up this morning Judge Lynn Sherrard will join the program. She will join us in the first hour. She is the Grand Marshal for the Lewis Cruise Classic. That is coming up, and we will hear from her. Lewis Whitlow was named new head baseball coach yesterday, and he will join us at the top of the 8 o'clock hour. So we've got all kinds of great stuff coming up for you this morning as we are on the road for our Alabama A&M tailgate party. Tailgate tour, I should say. Big thank you to Talent Heating and Air for helping us make this day possible. Without them, we would not be here. TalentHVAC.com. You can find them online. Let their talent do some work for you. 256-503-4490. That is our good friends over at Talent Heating and Air. We are going to have guests sitting in the hot seat all morning long. And our first one right out of the gates this morning, Brian Howard, the Assistant Athletic Director for Communications here at Alabama A&M, joining us as we get everything going today. And a lot of news surrounding the Bulldogs.
Yeah. First of all, just want to say thank you for coming here to Alabama A&M, and for Dr. Paul A. Bryant. He wishes he could be in this particular hot seat.
He was supposed to be here right now.
He was. So certainly want to wish well wishes to Dr. Bryant on a speedy recovery. I know he just had a little minor surgery a couple days ago. But yeah, a lot of big things happening here on the Hill. Specifically, obviously, it's huge. It's football season, and what a better time in the fall with the new head football coach Sam Shade. He's been amazing to work with, and I look forward to great things when it comes from the Bulldog football program.
Yeah, we have had a chance to catch up with Sam Shade when he first got hired. A lot of energy, very excited for the new era of Alabama A&M football. A very familiar staff that he brought with him from Miles College. They did great things over there in Birmingham, and hoping that the same formula, Brian, can work here on the Hill.
Absolutely. Matter of fact, you had talked about Miles College. I think a good portion of this football team comes from Miles College. So,
not surprised.
So, you know, and you talk about, you know, like the landscape of college football and how it's constantly changing. And, you know, when we look at the roster, I mean, it's probably 75% turned over from last year. And not only that, but, you know, you have Coach Shade and an entire new coaching staff. And he brought a lot of guys from Miles, a lot of guys that are also not just familiar with college football, but guys that have played at the University of Alabama, guys who have been in the NFL. You know, working with this coaching staff has been just absolutely phenomenal. I'm looking forward to seeing what they can do on that football field. And obviously it's going to be a big test when they open up at Arkansas in about a week.
No doubt. That's a big opportunity as far as to showcase the university and to compete against a Power 4 program in the SEC.
Absolutely. And I mean, we all know the SEC is one of those dominant conferences, but, you know, having an opportunity last year where we went to Auburn and that experiencing that particular environment. And then you got some guys back, you know, Cornelius Brown at quarterback. He's going to be back. He's going to be the starting quarterback. So he's been in that environment and in a hostile place. And now they get to go to Arkansas where those fans, I'm going to go ahead and put it out there. They're not as loud and boisterous as Alabama or an Auburn fan base.
Brian Howard sitting in with us this morning as we get our tailgate tour underway here on the campus of Alabama A&M. A lot of change going on here on the Hill. Sam Shade, new head football coach. You also have a new basketball coach, first year. And then yesterday, the school makes a permanent new head baseball coach.
Yes. First of all, Dante Jackson comes over from Grambling State as the new men's basketball coach. He's done absolutely amazing things at Grambling, taking them to the NCAA tournament a couple years ago. And then Lewis Whitlow, Coach Whitlow is a staple of Alabama A&M University, and he's been able to do phenomenal things, as a hitting coach. serving in that particular capacity over a few years and then taking over the interim role last year. And now getting promoted to be the head baseball coach. And he's done remarkable things. This will be an opportunity for him. He's had the entire summer spring and summer to recruit. So I'm excited to see what they can do on the baseball field. And we all know, and Dr. Paul A. Bryant, he'll say it, if he was in this particular seat, the goal is to win and to win championships. And we got people in place to do that, whether it's at the football with Coach Sam Shade, women's basketball with Dawn Thornton, men's basketball, Dante Jackson, and baseball with Coach Whitlow.
Yeah, Dawn Thornton winning a Rocket City Award this year after her great first year on the Hill.
Absolutely. No, she's a tremendous coach, a 20-win season right out of the gate for a first year here at Alabama A&M. And, for them, they had the opportunity last year to host the University of Alabama to open the home season.
That was a great crowd, man. A great atmosphere.
Well, wow. Wait until you see who they got coming in this year.
I was going to say, this show comes with surprises.
Absolutely.
Okay? And part of that is you will do a little schedule reveal for us this morning for the men's basketball program and the women's basketball program. Big time opponents coming out this morning.
Yes. So for the women, last year they hosted Alabama to open the season. This year they're going to host Ole Miss to open the season right here in the event center. So Ole Miss, November 7th, 7 o'clock tip-off right here at the event center. And then the men, they'll host Blue Mountain Christian on November 3rd, but then their first road game will be at Big Ten, Indiana.
Ooh, very cool.
So, you got both programs with marquee matchups to open the season. The men's basketball team will also play at Clemson and at Coastal Carolina, which closes out November. Wow. And they'll play Ole Miss in Tupelo, Mississippi. So, in Tupelo, I guess Ole Miss had a little scheduling conflict at home, and they wanted to play in Tupelo. I said, that's fine. We'll go to Tupelo. So for both basketball programs, huge marquee matchups, not just to open the season, but throughout the year.
Yeah, we talked to Mick Hedgebeth earlier in the week, too, and I'm looking forward to the exhibition game with Alabama A&M and UAH, too. That would be cool to reignite that.
Absolutely, yeah. Dr. Bryant had mentioned that this will be the Mayor's Cup. They're bringing it back. And to see, these two programs are extremely talented, great coaches, to have UAH men and women and in this building for the Mayor's Cup. I think you couldn't ask for anything better.
No. Awesome.
And if Dr. Bryant was here, we would talk about the changing landscapes in the NCAA and everything going on. How is Alabama A&M affected by anything that's going on out there in the ever-changing landscape?
Well, I think, as we all know, it has constantly keep changing, right? And, for us, it's about the student-athlete well-being and the importance of what has been changing, name, image, and likeness. Yeah. And Alabama A&M is going to continue to elevate, with those particular avenues.
I'm looking forward to that, no doubt. And a lot of energy around the athletic department right now, Brian.
Oh, 100%. And the biggest thing right now is, football season, selling tickets. Basketball season tickets will go on sale in early September. So we want you to come out. It is Huntsville's only Division I program. So we want you to come out, enjoy your time here on the Hill. It's always a entertaining, festive atmosphere, and one that we want you to be here for and to see.
Well, if fans want to be a part of it, if they want to get out there, they want to get tickets, they want to come see the Bulldogs play after Arkansas, how do they go about finding Louis Crews Stadium?
Let me tell you something. You jump online, aamusports.com, hit that ticket button, or you can call 256-372-7255. Call that ticket office. Get those tickets. Again, it's going to be exciting. You got for football, you got the Lewis Cruz Classic on September 6th against Alcorn. Lane College comes in here on September 20th. Homecoming against Mississippi Valley on October 11th. And then the last 2 home games in November, you got Prairie View A&M on November 8th. And then Florida A&M, a Florida A&M team that I certainly think we can beat on November 15th.
Well, and you didn't mention it as a home game, but you cannot leave out the Classic.
Yeah.
No,
I mean, you can't leave out the Classic.
Let's put it honestly here. There's only one team you need to worry about in Birmingham for the Magic City Classic, and that's Alabama A&M. That's it. I think those Hornets down in Montgomery, it's time for us to squash them.
Yeah, I mean it's a huge rivalry. It's a bigger rivalry. I mean, as there is in the SWAC, and there's no game like that in this league with the pageantry and the rivalry and just the people that are drawn to the city of Birmingham from both sides. It's a week-long celebration, and looking forward to A&M getting back on top in that rivalry.
Yeah, it's long overdue. I've been here 2 years and I haven't tasted a victory. And it's very tough when you see your counterparts on the other side and they're celebrating championships or celebrating those particular victories and they talk the trash. And I would like the opportunity to talk some trash.
No question.
Well, Brian Howard, kind enough to sit in here with us for a few minutes. And Brian, thank you so much. Thank you for being here and opening the doors for us. This venue, I mean, for doing a show, we say it every time we're in here. This is just a remarkable facility.
Yeah, not a bad seat in this house. I've been honored to do some high school games in this arena and be a part of some showcases. And we've been part of media day like this before, but it's just a beautiful, beautiful place, and love the way it's set up. And they couldn't have done a better job when they built this place.
No, this place is absolutely phenomenal and the best venue for basketball in the Southwestern Athletic Conference, by far, bar none.
No question.
All right, Brian, thank you so much. Let's get a break in. When we come back, we'll be joined in a little bit by Alabama A&M head football coach Sam Shade.
And when we talked to him the last time, he was still putting the finishing touches on his coaching staff. And now he can go into a little bit more detail.
Well, he was putting the finishing touches on his morning practice. They had the lights on inside Lewis Cruz Stadium this morning.
He was, and then, he was still moving. So
that is true.
He's settling in now.
That is true. Sam Shade will be with us after we get a quick timeout in. It's our 97.7 ESPN The Zone Talent Heating and Air Tailgate Tour. We're live from Alabama A&M coming up next. All right.
You're listening to Talkin' Ball on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
We are a championship school, and school is in session.
Makes them bang into each other, stays on his feet, breaks the tackle, scores!
Join us Saturday, August 30th as the Crimson Tide open the 2025 season in Tallahassee against Florida State on your home for Alabama football.
Your home of the Alabama Crimson Tide is 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
It's the Ford Summer Sales Event at Woody Anderson Ford. Hey folks, Bobby White back again, and I'm here to tell you now is the time to get the Ford you've been thinking about. From 0 down leases to 0% financing, we've got it going on this summer. Woody Anderson Ford has financing as low as 0% for 48 months, plus 0 down payment, plus 0 payments for 90 days, plus 2-year 25,000-mile complimentary maintenance. You can choose a 2025 Escape, F-150, Explorer, or a Mustang. Or how about 0 down lease? $499 a month for a 2025 Explorer, F-150, or Bronco. And just $399 a month for Bronco Sport, Mustang, and Escape. Again, these are 0 down with complimentary maintenance too. This is a 36-month lease with 0 down, 0 security deposit, just tax, tag, title, and your good credit. These offers end 9/2/25. It's our Woody Anderson Ford Summer Sales Event. So hurry on down. I'm Bobby White, and I hope to see you soon.
Tom Abraham here for my friends at Your Home Window. Now is the time to take advantage of their huge end of summer sale and get ready for the fall. Right now, all windows are 35% off. All exterior doors are 40% off. Now you get the whole door, just the price is 40% off. And get this, 0% interest for 18 months, as in no interest, nada, none. As always, the estimates are free, as is the lifetime warranty. To make an appointment, go to yourhomewindow.com. That's yourhomewindow.com.
From heirloom diamonds to contemporary jewels, Loring & Company is the place to find something truly special. Whether shopping for a diamond ring for that once-in-a-lifetime occasion or marking a milestone birthday or personal achievement with a Rolex watch, you'll find just the thing in our edit of the world's most sought-after brands, including David Yurman, Roberto Coin, Marco Bicego, and Fopay. Expect a treasure trove of the world's most unique, even breathtaking earrings, rings, necklaces, and bracelets, making choosing just one piece a challenge in itself. Loring & Company Jewelers on Airport Road.
Worried about market losses? If headlines are keeping you up at night, it's time to take control. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and I know you've worked hard to save. But in times like these, what if can turn into what now? If you're planning to retire or are in retirement, you need a strategy that helps protect your future. At Trajan Wealth, you can capture market gains, protect your account from losses, and guarantee income for life. Right now, you could receive a bonus of up to 30% or annual growth of up to 10% for retirement income. You heard me right. An upfront bonus of up to 30% or annual growth of up to 10%, all guaranteed to boost your lifetime income in retirement. Don't leave your future to chance. Plan with confidence. Call Trajan today at 256-208-9000.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company, DBA, in most states, as Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
Hold your block until the whistle blows.
From SEC Media Days to the National Championship game.
This was a great team win.
We are 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
Fill her up again. I need another round. Yeah, I'm cutting loose because I'm all wound up and I want to knock them down. So fill her up.
So good.
Oh, we're back. Gotcha.
Welcome. All right, welcome back in. Talking Ball 97.7 ESPN The Zone. We were just chatting, literally having a great conversation, and time just flew right on by. It's our 97.7 ESPN The Zone Talent Heating and Air Tailgate Tour. Talking Ball Tailgate Tour. And our first stop this morning is the campus of Alabama A&M. And we got caught up on everything Alabama A&M to get the show kicked off with Brian Howard. Now we delve into the good stuff. Not that the first one wasn't, but now we delve into the really meat and potatoes of things as we talk Bulldog football.
Yeah, absolutely. We talked to the head Bulldog when he first got to Huntsville, and he was putting the finishing touches on his coaching staff and drinking out of a fire hose, I guess would be the best way to put it. And now this morning, he's fresh off of a practice over at Lewis Cruz Stadium, beautiful facility. And he even changed shoes for us. He's got on these nice, great
spiffy. He's
Jordan
spiffy.
kicks right now. He's looking good.
First day of school.
Yeah, there you go.
That's right. It is.
Yeah,
it is.
You got to be rocking for the first day of school. And, of course, we're talking about Sam Shade, and we're here to talk some Bulldog football. Coach, great to have you on Talking Ball this morning. How you doing, man?
Guys, I'm doing great. You know, like I said, first day of school, we practice in the mornings when school starts, so that our guys don't miss any classes, which is a good deal for us. But doing great, getting ready for a big opener next week up at in Fayetteville, Arkansas, against the Razorbacks.
So you mentioned, so the guys don't miss class. You got to get in the morning. What time do you guys start? What time do the coaches roll in for an early morning practice? What time do the players roll in?
Well, so we start at 5:15. We blow it up at 5:15, and we go to 7:15 on a long day. Yeah. But the players, they have to be around about 4:30, 4:45 to start getting taped. You know, they got to get taped and all that stuff. To get ready for practice and to make sure they're warmed up and out there. So they sacrifice a lot. They sacrifice a lot of time, and a lot of people don't know that about a lot of student athletes. But there's a lot of sacrifice.
And then they got their full day of class ahead of them today.
They do. But you know what's cool about it? For me, and I've done it since I've been a college head coach. I've done it this way. And, so guys are going to sleep at night, not a lot of guys hanging out late, that type of stuff. But also it actually, you get your day done a little bit sooner, I think, too.
Yeah, well, and you can avoid some of that brutal heat in the afternoon because you get a chance to, it's still, there's still some humidity, but it's a little cooler and you can get your work in and then go to class. And then, like you said, then kind of set the rest of your day up. So I think it can be very beneficial for you and your guys.
You're right. And we've got enough heat already, enough heat and sun. We've got a lot of, matter of fact, we had to push one of our practices back 2 days ago just because of, we couldn't go out, just temperature wise.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, a lot of things have, I guess I want to say, slowed down for you a little bit. And as far as this season and where you're at right now, you've gone through a couple scrimmages with this team. You're trying to figure, I guess, pieces are kind of falling into place as far as guys in certain spots.
Well, we're a different team. Coming out of spring ball, we were nowhere near where we want to be, and we knew we had a lot of work to do. But I'm feeling better about it now because we brought in some. We had some transfers that came in. We got our high school signees in that we signed, so we feel like we're a little bit more talented than we were coming out of spring ball. But the biggest thing is everybody has bought into what we're doing and what we're trying to get done.
Well, and then with the transfer portal, it's changed the dynamic so much. Is a lot of times you will be different from the spring into the fall. And then it's about kind of trying to fit the pieces together. A lot of times you will get a talent infusion. So the game, we were talking to Brian Howard about that. It's just totally different now.
It really is, because, people ask the question, how's it going? Are you kind of settling in a little bit? Just when you think you're settling in, for instance, after spring ball, the portal opens. So now
that's right.
You lose a guy here, you have a guy called, then you gain another guy here, and pretty soon you're sitting there saying, well, man, we got almost a new team.
Right.
And you've got to get those guys to gel and mesh and develop that chemistry that you need to be successful.
From last year's roster to this year's roster, how many guys are new for Alabama A&M?
Well, I'll say this: it's around half. When you just talk about total roster,
right? Yes,
it's around half.
Wow, that's a lot of turnover.
That's a big number.
And we wanted to ask you because the situation when we talked to you when you first got hired, you were still working on the staff and you were still trying to work out, who was coming with you. But you brought a lot of familiar names, and then you put your staff together. How has the staff kind of come together for you, Coach?
Well, the staff's been great. That was the part that hadn't been hard because,
right.
For instance, I brought some guys from Miles that were there with me last year, but then we ended up getting 3 other guys that had coached at Miles with us. Those guys had actually elevated to bigger programs from Miles, but when we got the job here, they wanted to be here. So that makes me feel good that guys had a good enough experience that they wanted to come back and coach on a staff that I'm the head coach of.
Let's talk about fall camp for you guys.
Yes, sir.
A couple scrimmages already. I know you guys had the fan day already, big day, and then that's always fun for everybody at Alabama A&M. I mean, it's almost like a dress rehearsal, as close as you can get to a dress rehearsal because the band is here, the band is cranked up, it's playing. Just kind of talk about fall camp.
Well, both scrimmages have been good, and we made progress in each one. But that second scrimmage, you've got a lot more offense in, a lot more defense. Yeah. Not saying we had it all in, but, we had enough to go through a lot of situations that are going to happen in the game. The first scrimmage was more about putting the ball down and just seeing who's going to block and tackle when it's live, who's going to run the ball well, things like that, when they're in live situations with officials on the field. But the second one, we really got more into the situations that come up in a ball game, like 2-minute, 4-minute where you're trying to hold the ball, a little more red zone. So that's always good when you can simulate a game.
Yeah.
No question. And talk about the opportunity for your team to start on the Power 4 level. Certainly Arkansas, Sam Pittman, you guys are going to be on the road, but you played against Arkansas on the road at Alabama. You have a lot of guys on your staff that played on the Power 4 level, but talk about the opportunity to showcase Alabama A&M in an opener like this.
Well, it's always big. SEC Network, at a big SEC stadium, their home opener. I think Sam Pittman is a hell of a football coach, head coach, former offensive line coach. And I feel like they do a good job. He's got some really good coaches on the staff, a lot of those guys that I'm familiar with, I've talked to over the years. And they're a talented football team, starting with their quarterback who's, they're feeling like he could be one of the best quarterbacks in the SEC this year. He can do it with his arm and his legs. And then they've got a stable of running backs, and they've got some new receivers. Had a couple transfers, O-line. So we got our work cut out for it. We're going to find out a lot. We're going to find out everything we need to know about our football team, every player on the roster. I'm talking about even the kickers and the punters and long snappers. We're going to find out what we're made of.
Position battles all settled? Do we know who's the starting quarterback? Do we know a lot of the offensive line? Do we know a lot of the key pieces for Alabama A&M yet?
Well, we do. Obviously, it starts with our quarterback, Quad Brown. He's been here. He's been a part of this program. He's been great since we've been here. From the all-season program back in January all the way through spring ball, he's been our biggest leader, not just offensively, but for the whole team.
Yeah.
It really starts there. But our offensive line, we've got some guys that have been here that have played a good amount of football, so excited about them. We did lose some guys. We lost a couple really good offensive lines in the transfer portal before I even got here. They jumped in and they got pulled. But you keep going, you plug and play, and we've got some guys that on the defensive side that have been here. Nick Glenn, he's all preseason all conference defensive tackle for us. Matter of fact, one of our offensive linemen, Tyrell Lawrence, we call him the big Canadian, man. He's big now.
The big Canadian,
man. Yeah. He's a big guy now. Yeah. I'm talking about 6'7", 380. But I tell you what, he's a smart guy, sharp, man. He's already graduated and just
6'7", 380.
Yeah, he's one of our leaders. But so we've got some guys that have been here at A&M.
Yeah,
and then obviously we brought in some guys, a couple guys from Miles. For instance, Trey Abner at tight end. He was an all-conference tight end at Miles for us. Jalen Peterson was an all-conference kick returner for us, receiver. At Miles, so we're excited about blending everybody together and just it's almost like you're baking a cake, man. We're putting all these ingredients in, and we can't wait to see what it looks like.
Well, and there's a lot to sell because I know. Speaking of the Rocket City Awards, we had Charles Vincent win an award for us, and
Carson Vincent.
Carson Vincent. No, pardon me, Carson Vincent. My apologies. Baltimore Ravens 5th round draft choice. A guy that has a chance to play a while in the NFL. That's a great selling point for you guys as a staff, and what you guys did at Miles. You guys were, won that league last year. Did a great job. And so there's a lot of energy. We were talking to Brian about that, and you brought a lot of guys with you, coaches and players. So there's some familiarity there. And I mean, and I got to tell you, I saw him on social media the other day, just really selling the Bulldogs. But it's funny, a guy that I know, you were very familiar with, played at Alabama as well. I know he was like yourself. You guys both coached in Birmingham in the high school level. But Dennis Alexander, he looks great, man. I mean, he looks so good physically, and I know he's your offensive line coach, and he's going to be molding a lot of these guys. And I know he's your OC as well. But what kind of mentality is he bringing to your staff, Coach?
Man, I tell you what, I'm fortunate he's been with me all 3 years at Miles, and came here. And there have been people that have talked to him about other jobs, obviously, because we've had success. But obviously he feels comfortable with myself. He does a great job. He kind of, you look at guys like the Andy Rees. A lot of people think that offensive line coaches aren't offensive coordinators, but I could give you a lot of examples. I just gave you a big one, guy like Andy Reid, who started out as an offensive line coach and then became an OC and then a head coach. And I think that Coach Alexander, he's headed that way toward being a head coach at some point real soon.
Sam Shade, Alabama A&M head football coach, joining us here on the campus of Alabama A&M, part of our tailgate tour. And obviously you have been around this game a long time, played it, now you're coaching it. What's been some of the biggest changes, I mean, from when you got going as an active player, started in the coaching ranks to right now as a head coach? What have been some of the biggest obstacles and changes that you've had to go through and that you've seen with college football? Well, because you've seen it closer than what we have. We see it from, 500 miles away.
Well, obviously the two biggest, it started out with the transfer portal.
Right.
I can remember, for instance, coaching at Samford and having some really good players there, guys that got drafted and things like that. Well, if the portal had been around at that time, those guys would have been gone, And so the only reason some of those guys didn't transfer was because if they transferred up, they would have had to sit out a year.
Okay.
So that's huge right there, the portal. And then obviously the money side of it, the collective, the NIL, the revenue sharing, that's really changed it, because for myself as a guy that played in the NFL, when I sit down with parents and potential student athletes, I just tell them, I say, well, look, I'm a guy that I played in the NFL. When my contract was up, I wanted to stay with the Cincinnati Bengals at the time. I really did. I've been there 4 years, had some great relationships with coaches and players.
Right.
But at the end of the day, I had to do what was financially the best thing for me and my family.
Okay.
Right.
And so I end up leaving. I go to Washington. So I tell guys, I say, look, you come and you play well. We're going to coach you up, develop you. And if that time comes where you've got a better opportunity that's best for you and your family, I'm definitely going to understand, because I've been through it. And it's pretty much the same thing. And that changes college football. The thing that's tough for me is I've always enjoyed developing players, even as an assistant coach and definitely as a head coach. And now you don't get 3 or 4, maybe 5 years with a guy to help develop him, not just as a player, but as a person.
Right.
And I've really always enjoyed that side of it.
Yeah, I know you did a great job recruiting. I know you were at Samford for many years and developed players on this level as an assistant coach, and now you've moved over to the head coaching role. And I think everybody's super excited to see what happens. But the thing about it is, like you said, it creates opportunities. Just like with a guy like Carson Vinson, he ended up being a draft pick that A&M developed, but at the same time, you guys have been able to give opportunities to some of your kids at Miles to come up here on another level and showcase their talent. So it works both ways, but if you're winning, that's the main thing. It just shows you can that you can develop players, and I think it has become kind of completely different with the revenue share and the NIL. But you have to embrace it, and it sounds like you and your staff have done that, Coach.
We have, we really have, and I think, having guys on my staff like Marco Coleman, our D-line coach, played 14 years in NFL, first-round draft pick.
National champion, Georgia Tech.
Oh yeah. And then Ronald McKinnon played 10 years, over 1,000 tackles in NFL, North Alabama guy.
Yep.
Just inducted into the Huntsville-Madison County Athletic Hall of Fame, by the way, last year.
3-time national champ. Yep.
Oh, man, that's awesome, man. I tell you what, he's in 3 different ones. He's in the College Football Hall of Fame, the State of Alabama Hall of Fame, man, Sports Hall of Fame. So having guys like that have been on the other side as far as the financial reward side, they understand.
I understand.
We totally understand it. So we do the best job we can do with these guys while we got them. And, but the one thing I will say is this, though. One of our sayings at Alabama A&M, and I love it, is you can start here and go anywhere. And Carson Vinson is a great example of that. Like, you can come here and play ball and go play pro ball if you're good enough.
Exactly.
Yeah. I know you got your hands full here at Alabama A&M. You got to get a depth chart ready to go. You got Sam Pittman in Arkansas on the horizon. I mean, you got a whole SWAC season ahead of you. But do you find yourself paying attention to Alabama? I mean, do you get moments to where you can sit back and breathe and kind of look and kind of just, hey, let me just kind of see what's going on down there?
Well, in this state, you can't help but you're gonna hear some Alabama and some Auburn. You're gonna hear it and you're gonna see it, even if you're not trying to. So, I definitely kind of hear things, and I still got buddies that go to games and they go to practices and all that type of stuff. And I'm in group texts and chats, and they're talking about the Tide, and I'm sitting there like, man, I'm so far from it right now.
Right.
But, I always want to see my alma mater do well.
Well, and then plus the transfer portal, you got to always be kind of aware of your surroundings, guys moving up, guys moving down. So there's opportunities all the time. And then a guy that I wanted to ask you about, because you guys go back all the way to playing at Alabama. You played against each other in high school. He's a great friend of our show. We've known him for years now that he's transitioned kind of away from coaching on the field. But what kind of role have you created for LaRon White to be here and help you recruit and help you build this program at Alabama A&M?
Well, I tell you, I think LaRon's probably saying, man, Coach Shade gave me a few more duties than I thought I was going to have.
I thought I was retired.
So first off, he's our chief of staff.
Right.
And
cool.
what that is he's that guy. He's a go-between between me and the staff on certain things that come up. But he also deals with the other support staffs, athletic training, equipment. He deals with recruiting.
Exactly.
He's our director of high school of high school relations, as far as all the high school coaches in the state of Alabama, because he knows all of them. So
that's exactly right.
So that's a big position for him. But man, he's been huge because he can stand out at practice and maybe he sees some things and he might, tell me, hey, coach, this guy, this, or this play right here. And I'm like, man, that's good stuff. That's really good stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I look at the schedule and a couple things stand out to us. Louis Cruz Classic, Magic City Classic. I mean, the Louis Cruz Classic is played right here in honor of great legendary head coach Louis Cruz here for Alabama A&M. And then the Magic City Classic coming up against Alabama State in Birmingham. Obviously, I'm sure you've been told, Coach, it's time that Alabama State does not get a win. How many times have you been mentioned that?
More than I can count. I'll just say that. More than I can count. But I'm used to that. In this state, if you've got a rival,
yes,
you're gonna hear about it the whole all season. For instance, obviously at Alabama, all I ever heard was, "Hey, you guys got to beat Auburn. You got to beat Auburn." And it's like March or May. I'm like, man. And even at Miles, being at Miles, Tuskegee was the big rival for Miles, and it was the same thing. You got to beat Tuskegee. So I'm familiar with that, and just being in this state, it comes with the territory.
It certainly does, and we can't wait to see your style of ball. And I know you brought Chris Schelling with you, who we know very well, who we played at Auburn. Your staff. There's so many familiar names if you follow football in our state, from Alabama, from Auburn, from UNA, one of the all-time greats. Even Marco Coleman, who for me, I remember following that team because there was a kid from Huntsville High that started at linebacker on that defense, Tom Johnson, who was a tight end at Huntsville High, linebacker, and he ended up getting signed by that Bobby Ross and Tech. And so that team was fun to watch. You got a really cool staff with a lot of familiar names that I think is going to create a lot of energy, Coach.
I'll tell you what, man, you're a real football guy now, because you start talking about Bobby Ross and they won a national championship.
Yeah, they sure did. 1990
over there.
All right. Well, Coach, thank you. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us. Great conversation.
Awesome. We look forward to catching up during the season. And welcome to Huntsville and the Hill, and we look forward to this new era.
Guys, thank you. Appreciate
the
coverage.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Let's get a break in. We're going to continue our tailgate tour live from the campus of Alabama A&M coming up next.
You're listening to Talkin' Ball on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Your Fox 54 weather brought to you by Tellini's Italiano.
I'm Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman. A mostly to partly sunny sky this afternoon. We're talking about some scattered showers and thunderstorms. Otherwise, temperature climbing into the low and mid-90s, dropping into the mid-70s as we head into the overnight. A partly sunny sky for your Thursday, upper 80s and lower 90s. That's what you can expect. And then a couple of isolated to widely scattered showers and thunderstorms.
Your Fox 54 weather, only on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Your customers deserve the best, and so do you. You invest in your customers with your heart, soul, and skill. Well, it's time to invest in yourself with the next generation Cat 255 compact track loader from Thompson Tractor. After all, those who give their best deserve the best, and this machine has it all. With features that include a more powerful engine, tri-axle truck loading capabilities, a spacious cab, and a smooth ride for all-day comfort. Best of all, now Thompson Tractor is making that investment even better with our Workhorse Special. Get 0% financing for 36 months on the purchase of a new Cat 255 compact track loader that comes with a 3-year warranty. You also get a 74-inch bucket and 1,000-hour filter kit. Due to popular demand, this offer is extended through September 30th. Visit ThompsonTractor.com for details. Thompson Tractor, we're here for you.
I'm here with Stan McDonald of Jacob Title. Stan, I've heard that every real estate closing at Jacob Title is a very big deal. Why is that?
Wes, I'm reminded of a very impactful statement that I heard from Coach Gene Stallings years ago when he talked about big games and little games. He said he didn't like that comparison. He says, because try losing one of those little games. And if you ever do, it ends up being the biggest game all year long. Well, it's the same thing with real estate closings. Every game, every closing is a very big deal at Jacob Title. Because when it's your closing and your contract on the line, it's a very big deal, and we understand that at Jacob Title.
So it sounds like whether your client is a first-time residential buyer or a multi-million-dollar investor, they can expect your A game.
That's exactly right. As a matter of fact, when you bring your real estate closing to us at Jacob Title, we understand it's all about trust and confidence. And when Stan McDonald tells you that a chicken dips snuff, you can look under his wing for the box.
And like Beebs likes to say, there's no doubt about it.
Situated downtown on Clinton Avenue, you'll find the Church Street family's take on delicious seafood and more. Sea Salt. At Sea Salt, the food speaks for itself. Fresh oysters, shrimp and lobster, and non-seafood fare. Plus a large selection of wines, regional and local beers on tap, and a full bar. Catch the downtown vibe with Sea Salt's unique outdoor city street and patio seating with a view of Jesse Andrews' mural, bringing an underwater world to life. No reservations necessary. Sea Salt, 114 Clinton Avenue.
If hunting and outdoor recreation are your passions, it all starts with the right property. That's where I come in. I am Bo Butler with Southland Realty and Auction, a hunting and recreational land specialist and a Jackson County native who sees land through a hunter's eyes. Just as you trust your guide on a big game hunt, you can trust me to find the perfect property for you. Thinking of selling? Let me help you make your land attract buyers. Remember, Bo knows land. Call me at 256-609-0512.
The Blitz with Joe Hunk and John Abraham. Weekday morning starting at 9 a.m. on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Talking Ball on the road, 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Scott Tyson, Drew DeArmond. We are live on the campus of Alabama A&M on the Hill, part of our Talent Heating and Air, 97.7 ESPN The Zone tailgate tour stops, and we'll have more stops along the way. We'll fill you in where we're going to be as we get there. But today we're talking Alabama A&M. We just had Sam Shade on, and now this is awesome. This is awesome. We get the honorable Judge Lynn Sherrard joining us this morning.
Good morning, and thank you so much for having me.
And yes, and she was just educating us on Alabama A&M's football history. Everybody's ready for football season, and she's the Grand Marshal of the Lewis Cruz Classic, and which is a great event. We just talked to Sam Shade about that. We can't wait for that event to pack this campus. But, Judge, it's an honor to have you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And you have been a part, we were talking during the break, you have been a part of the Lewis Cruz Classic since its inception. It honors, we were talking to Coach Shade, it honors an Alabama A&M legend.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And yes, I have been involved several years ago, around 2008, when I served on the Board of Trustees here at Alabama A&M. We traveled to Indianapolis to watch Alabama A&M play Tuskegee. Two Alabama teams
in the Circle
left
K
the
Classic.
state in the Circle K Classic, and thousands of people left Alabama to watch two Alabama teams.
Right.
Sitting next to me was Richard Showers, because they set us in alphabetical order. And I said, Councilman, why are we leaving the state to watch two Alabama teams play when we have the infrastructure in Huntsville to make this happen?
Yeah.
He said, we all it need is somebody to talk about it and move forward with it. I became the first chair and have been with the program ever since. It has been a huge success for the years that we've actually had it. And it honors Louis Cruz. Martha Cruz was here living at the foot of the campus at the time. And I was one of those people that went over to talk with her about the opportunity to celebrate Louis Cruz and his legacy. She was so excited. She was absolutely excited and was very cooperative. And here we are today, 15 years later, still talking Louis Cruz Classic, September the 6th, on the campus of Alabama A&M University.
Yeah, and it creates so much positive momentum and energy around this campus, and to draw the people in. It's a beautiful facility, beautiful campus, and talk about how it's grown in the 15 years, Judge.
It absolutely have grown. And our signature program is the HEAL Project.
Yes,
this
sir.
year
Yes, ma'am.
is the HEAL Project 2.0. We're celebrating the class of 2027 from Lee High School.
Oh, wow.
Since the inception of the Louis Cruz Classic, the component for the high school students, we first went to Butler. 4 years we stayed with Butler. The graduation rate at Butler soared following our involvement with their program. We left Butler, we went to Johnson, then to Jemison, and we're in our second year with Lee High School. We bring the students to the campus on the Friday before the game. We also give them tickets to come to the game. But on that Friday, we talk college readiness, what it takes to go to college. We bring in outside. One of our partners is Drake State, and they come in and talk job readiness. What do you have to do to get a job at the manufacturing plants? What skills are necessary, and how do you get them? That very first year, a student came up to me and he said, nobody ever said I could go to college.
Wow.
4 years later, he became a presidential scholar here at Alabama A&M University. We plan to do the same thing with the class of 2027 from Lee High School. They will be with us on the 5th of September. We will also bring in the ROTC, because there are some people that will want military careers, and we will talk about that. Admissions, we'll talk about what do you do to go to college? How do you fill out an application? We will bring in one of our partners to talk about how do you finance a college education. Plus, they get to spend an entire day here on the campus. They can actually see the campus. They see students. For several years, we actually carried them to the dining hall so they could eat with the students. Because then we couldn't figure out which ones were ours, so we had to start doing something different.
What does it mean to you to be a part? I mean, to carry, I guess, the torch, to be one of the torchbearers for the Louis Cruz Classic?
Let me say it has been very meaningful to me to not just be a torchbearer for the Louis Cruz Classic, but also for Alabama A&M University. Alabama A&M University is to this community, and has been now for almost 150 years, contributing to the community, producing scholars, producing educators, producing people all over this community. But the Louis Cruz Classic give us an opportunity to focus on two of those things that are very meaningful to me. One is football. And of course, I was born in Alabama, and I think that we teed on football here in Alabama.
Yes, ma'am.
In addition to that, it gives us an opportunity to bring the campus to the community and bring part of the community onto the campus for a day, and to celebrate someone as legendary as Louis Cruz.
And then to help kids, like you just talked about, the young man that became a presidential scholar, to let them understand how that right in their backyard. There's a great university with opportunities to further their education and to help them grow into professional in adulthood and change their lives.
Absolutely, absolutely. Our chair of the HEAL Project, Barbara Johnson, who is a retired Huntsville City Schools principal, has stressed to the students the need for higher education, how it impacts your life in the long run, that college graduates absolutely make more money than those without any type of diploma or degree. And she has worked to make sure that we adhere to the standards of the Alabama education system. So we've had tremendous success in getting scholarships for these children, getting them enrolled on the campus. Plus, they get to enjoy some football because they can come to the game.
Well, that was the thing. You walked in here this morning and you said you were so excited. I'm here to talk football. I'm here to talk football. So let's talk a little football. You told us that this is the 15th year for the Classic. But Alabama A&M football, it's
this is the 125th year for football on the Hill. And of course, keep in mind that was before they had helmets. So they were really playing football way back then.
Right.
And football has continued to be one of the stable sports on this campus.
Yeah,
it really has.
Well, so Sam Shade comes in. Your thought?
Absolutely.
I mean, you gotta love some Sam Shade, right?
Listen, I was on the search committee that hired Sam Shade. I am so excited to have him, not just because his proven legacy. He was wonderful at Alabama, and I follow Alabama football. I follow Alabama football every chance I get. So, in fact, I work in the office, and of the attorneys we have, only one is a non-Alabama football person, and we have spent at least 10 months a year giving him a hard time. Nice. I don't even wear orange, so, it makes a big difference. On the campus, when I was there at the University of Alabama, football is king.
Right.
Yes,
okay.
ma'am.
Now, we knew we came for an education. Don't get me wrong. But it was important for football. I was at the law school right next door to the gym.
That's
so I
right.
got to see basketball also.
Okay.
So it was absolutely wonderful. But yes, we want to talk it. We're proud of Sam. He brings to the campus a whole different energy. Also, I've had an opportunity to observe him, the discipline he has put forth with his students. He seemed to be turning children into men. And I think that those people that come before him and is part of his group, I think we're going to be very proud of him. I'm ready for football.
I think everyone is. You can just kind of feel Coach's energy as he came and came off the elevator and had just changed shoes and just gotten off the practice field. It was really awesome to meet. See, we had him on the show when he first took the job, but it was our first time to see him in person. It was great.
He interviewed extremely well. He was an outstanding candidate for coach. And now here he is, and we're just so excited to have him. We're looking forward to this. We like football in Alabama, but following football for us is always a W.
So I know we're here.
We accept nothing less.
We're here to talk Alabama A&M football, but you said you're a huge, you graduated at Alabama, you follow Alabama football. Your thoughts there on Kaylin?
I attended law school there at the university, and I'm a native Alabamian. I'm sure you could tell I'm from the big city. I'm from Gadsden.
There you go. You're from our neck of the woods.
Yeah, right
Here
there on
Alabama.
the banks of the Coosa.
Okay.
And on the banks of the Coosa, we call ourselves the City of Champions. And part of being part of the City of Champions is we embrace only winners. So we follow Alabama football.
She said W.
So, man, this is great. Lewis Cruz Classic coming up. But we were giving Coach a hard time, too. He's got to win the Magic City Classic, right?
It's absolute. Absolute. We want to win the Magic City Classic. We always want to win the Magic City Classic. The Magic City Classic is the icing on the cake for us.
The Honorable Judge Lynn Sherrard joining us here on our tailgate tour, and this is a fantastic conversation. Are you going to go to Are you going to Arkansas to watch the Bulldogs next weekend? Or are you going to go to Tallahassee and watch Alabama?
Let me say that I'm going to be here planning for the Lewis Cruise Classic, which is scheduled for September the 6th. September the 6th,
Marshall, man.
right here on the campus of Alabama A&M University. So I will be here with the Bulldogs.
Mm-hmm.
I will walk with the team onto the field to begin the game.
Yes,
I will be there at the end to help them hoist the trophy, because we hate to give away the trophy.
Absolutely. It's going to be a great event.
Listen, the first year that we were doing the Lewis Cruise Classic, I said, we don't need but one trophy. We're never going to get to give it away. And the first year we lost, I was so dejected. So we're not going to do that again.
Well, planning on a great celebration on September the 6th as Alabama A&M will be here for the Lewis Cruise Classic. It's an honor to have you, Judge.
Yes.
You've meant so much to this campus and to the Lewis Cruise Classic. And I know you've still got a lot of planning to do, because it's going to be a great event, and it's going to bring a lot of opportunities for alums to come back to campus, and not to mention future Bulldogs, like you talked about, those young people from Lee High School.
Absolutely. And we're adding a cultural component this year in that we're going to have an art display that's going to be part of the Lewis Cruise Classic on football morning. So football morning, we'll be out there looking at the art. Football afternoon, we'll be walking with the team to the field. And at the end of the game, we will be there
hoisting the trophy.
Hoisting
the one trophy. Only need one.
We only need one.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me. And thank you so much for this information regarding the Lewis Cruise Classic.
Let's get our hour break in. When we come back, we're going to continue the conversation live from Alabama A&M. It's our 97.7 ESPN The Zone Talking Ball Tailgate Tour.
This is Brent Musburger's VSiN Action Update on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Drivers who switch to Progressive have an annual savings of nearly $750. Progressive.com.
Braves win the series to the White Sox, shutting out Chicago 1-0 yesterday. An off day today for the Braves. They will host the Mets tomorrow at Truist Park. Joey Logano 10-1 to win the Coke Zero Sugar 400 at Daytona Saturday night. Austin Cedric, Chase Elliott, William Byron all 11-1. Austin Hill 3-1 to win tomorrow's Wawa 250 Xfinity Series race at Daytona. Scotty Scheffler plus 150 to win the Tour Championship at Eastlake. And the Atlanta Falcons are a 2.5-point underdog of the Dallas Cowboys tomorrow night in their preseason finale. The total 35.5 at AT&T Stadium. For more, go to VSIN.com. Mike Sennett, 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
WCZN, Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
SportsMed is the official team physicians of the Rocket City Trash Pandas. And if the pros trust SportsMed, you can too. SportsMed provides every service you might need for complete orthopedic care, specializing in orthopedic surgery, sports medicine, joint replacement, spine surgery, neurosurgery, and podiatry. And they offer their own brace shop, in-house full-body MRI, physical therapy, walk-in clinic, and so much more. 4 locations and on the web at sportsmedalabama.com. Have you seen the beautiful new Nexus apartment community right next to UAH? Nexus is designed exclusively for students. You'll love having private bedrooms and bathrooms, a fully furnished kitchen, and incredible amenities like 2 courtyards, a refreshing pool with grilling stations, and TV, gaming, and study lounges, all within an easy walk to campus and your classes. If you want the full collegiate experience, come take a personal tour at Nexus today. Log on nexusonhomes.com to see more, including limited time rate specials. When you call most roofing companies, all you'll hear is, you need a new roof. Not when you call Fleming. At Fleming Roofing and Restoration, we're focused on your needs, whether it's an easy repair or a full roof replacement. Folks around here have trusted Fleming since 1965 for all their residential and commercial roofing needs. And as the area's storm damage experts, Fleming knows all the ins and outs of the insurance claims process. Log on FlemingHSV.com to schedule your free estimate today. Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up.
This hour brought to you by Sports Med Orthopedic and Spine Center. Online at sportsmedalabama.com. Welcome to Talkin' Ball with Scott Tyson and Drew DeArmond. Call into the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline now, 256-576-4977. That's 256-576-4977. Now, here's Scott and Drew.
Welcome back in hour number 2. Talking Ball, 97.7 ESPN, The Zone. Scott Tyson, Drew DeArmond. We are live this morning once again on the road, on the campus of Alabama A&M, on the Hill, as this is part of our 97.7 ESPN, The Zone Talking Ball Tailgate Tour presented by Talent Heating and Air. Make sure you give our good friends from Talent Heating and Air a call. You can find them online at talenthvac.com. You can also give them a call at 256-503-4490. Let their talent do some work for you. Thomas, Terry, Jeremy, give them a call. You can find them online. You can send them a message. You can give them a call. Do whatever you got to do. They got all kinds of things: tune-ups, indoor air quality, service repair, system installation, natural gas work, duct work. Thomas, Terry, Jeremy, give them a call. Talent Heating and Air. Next week, we will be on the road at UNA, North Alabama. We will sit down with the Lions, and we will get caught up on everything UNA as our tailgate tour journeys out west a little bit. But we are here on the campus of Alabama A&M. It's been a fun morning so far. We have had Sam Shade, head football coach, and just a great conversation there with Judge Lynn Sherrard, the Grand Marshal of the Lewis Cruz Classic.
Yeah, I mean, it was just an amazing conversation. And, it's just, her knowledge of football and especially not just Alabama A&M, but she's a law school graduate of the University of Alabama, and she's so well versed in football in our state and how important it is. And,
yes.
And then to tell us about how basically the Lewis Cruz Classic came to pass. I mean, it was because of, they were going to Indianapolis and being, I'm sure paid well to have that Circle K Classic over there. To play Tuskegee, but you're 6, 7, 8 hours away when you have a great facility and a great campus and a lot to sell here on the Hill at Alabama A&M. And I thought it was really cool how she said she went to see Lewis Cruz's wife and then talked to her about honoring her late husband. And I mean, it all came together, and now it's a great event each and every year here on this great campus.
Which a campus you got to see this morning.
Yeah, I got to take the scenic route. I'm telling you. I mean, I got to see almost every inch. Even found a gravel road. So I'm here.
I don't know what gravel road you found.
Yeah,
but that's
absolutely.
Good. All right,
over there to the baseball field.
Oh, okay. So you were right. Okay. Yeah. Well, we have made our home.
Facilities, bro.
We have made our home inside here in the event center, and I just got a text in my throat. Apparently, the pollen levels are pretty high here.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Today in Huntsville, I'm getting an alert saying that the pollen levels are really high.
I thought that was in the spring, but hey,
I thought it would be too, but I guess
been
not.
Hot. We'll talk to Coach Shade about that.
We will be talking more Alabama A&M here in just a minute as we will be joined here in a few minutes by Brandon Reeves, head volleyball coach. Lewis Whitlow, the head baseball coach, new head baseball coach, will join us here in a little bit.
That was announced yesterday.
Yes, and there's plenty to talk about there. Homers for Hank, I believe, is the program that Alabama A&M is a part of, so we'll fill you in on all of that. We got some more interviews coming up, but real fast, want to remind everybody that high school football gets underway tomorrow night. Make sure you download the 97.7 ESPN The Zone app now, and we will have a total, I believe, of 6 games for you as we'll run all of that down tomorrow because we got a lot of high school football. There's high school football going on tonight all across the Tennessee Valley. Games. So if you find yourself out near a football stadium, go out, watch some high school football. Plenty of football in the area, and we will talk a lot of high school football coming your way tomorrow morning on Talking Ball. But our tailgate tour rolls along here inside the event center on the campus of Alabama A&M. And this is fun. He just did not. He just, I believe, sprinted over from Elmore Gym, I believe.
Yeah.
But it's time for us to talk a little Alabama A&M volleyball with head coach Brandon Reeves.
Coach, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Good morning.
Your shoe game is strong this morning.
Yes. Coach Shade coming strong with the shoes earlier.
Yeah, and he's following up.
And the Honorable Judge Lynn Sherrod, she was rocking some great kicks as well. Coach, you're doing the same thing. Something about Alabama A&M in the Hill.
It's something about the Hill.
No question. And it's volleyball season. I mean,
yes, sir.
We talked about it being football season, but volleyball season is here as well. I was over at Huntsville High yesterday. They're getting ready for their season to start. The high school volleyball season is about to get cranked up for Alabama A&M as well.
Yes, sir. We are super excited about this year's season. Mm-hmm. This is my second season, so we're super excited.
Talk about volleyball here at Alabama A&M, and it has a rich history. And for those that don't know, I mean, and Betty Austin guided this team, and she guided it to SWAC championships. She guided them to NCAA appearances. The basketball team has one appearance, but the volleyball team, I believe, leads the way in NCAA tournament appearances. And a lot of that is credited to Betty Austin for getting the foundation built here at Alabama A&M. Talk about the program, the volleyball program here on the Hill.
So this is a great program with a great background. Betty Austin, very close with Betty Austin right now. She's kind of like a mentor to me. Betty Austin has built this program. The most winningest coach in school history, one of the most winningest coaches in Division I era with 600-plus wins. Over 30-plus seasons. Our motto since I've been here has been becoming champions again. Because of the strong foundation that Miss Austin has led here at Alabama A&M. We're trying to get back to that level. And it starts with recruiting great kids that can come here and play some great volleyball.
No question. And it's cool because you're in a city that volleyball means a lot. The Huntsville High program has a lot of tradition. Grissom has a lot of tradition. There's a lot of good volleyball. Bob Jones has been very, very strong. Yes. So there's a lot of good local talent for you to recruit.
Yeah, we actually going to a game tonight. Huntsville High opening up tonight. Actually recruiting a couple kids over there.
Nice.
So yeah.
Talk about that. You said you want to get back to where you guys were, and it starts with recruiting, and it starts with getting the talent in here. How close is this program then to getting back to where you want to be?
I think we're very close with the talent we got this year. The freshmen, we brought in an awesome freshman class this year. We brought in 7 freshmen from great background, volleyball background. And I think they can add to the missing pieces that we missed last year.
And talk about, where do you think, I know you got to get the pieces and get those freshmen up to speed and put it together, but where do you think the program's improved the most from your first year setting the foundation to now?
I think organization, we improved big in organization, academics, and also just bringing in quality of freshmen.
Yeah,
that's a big improvement.
Well, I look down on the floor here. We are inside the Alabama A&M Event Center, and I just look over here on the floor, and they have it set up for volleyball. They have that floor laid out there for you. What's it like? I mean, I know for so long, teams, you played in Elmore, and playing volleyball in there, playing basketball in there, true home advantage, home court advantage. You play volleyball in there, and I mean, it's a close, confined area, but you come in here, and this has to be, you talk about recruiting, this has to be like the golden gem when it comes to recruiting.
Yeah. So this win, a lot of our recruits this building. We have a locker room in here. We also have our volleyball court that's out now. Most of the time we bring recruits over here, they're automatic committed because of the quality, because of the facility. The facility is up to top Power 4 levels.
Really?
So we really push this building because of the branding, because of the quality of the building. So.
Talk about the Power 4. Obviously, you guys are in the SWAC conference. You've got to play the big schools.
Yeah.
You got to travel. Where are we traveling to this year? Who's on the schedule?
Our biggest challenge this year will, of course, be we're going to UT Knox. We're going to their tournament.
Okay.
And we're playing Ryder and Kennesaw State at that tournament. So I think that's our biggest challenge this year. And we're expecting to do great things,
No question.
Talk about the SWAC. I remember that the SWAC used to be 1 or 2 teams strong. Now I look at it and it's 4, 5, 6, maybe 7 teams strong on volleyball. It's turned into a competitive conference to where one of these days, I know you guys go in and it's just set up like the basketball tournament. You guys are a 16 seed lots of times, the winner of the SWAC when you get to the NCAA tournament. Maybe one of these days you're not 16 because it's getting better.
Yeah. I think because of right now, anybody can go in and win the SWAC championship, to be honest. That's the level of competition in the SWAC. It's whoever show up, And I think we're getting to the level where we're beating mid-level institutions, which will higher our chances of getting a higher seed in NC2A. So we're super excited about that. The strength of the schedule, some of the SWAC schools are very high. So, we can at least get some games on the road that'll at least take our RPI up. We get a better opportunity to be seeded higher.
Talk about your roster. Bulldog fans come watch some players. Who are they going to be impressed with the most?
I think the returning player, Fatima Ramirez, she's from Belize. She's a grad student. She will lead the flock this year. This is a kid that transferred from Division II school that was player of the year for her conference 2 times in a year, 2 times in a row, all region, all America honorable mention. This kid, she came in last year just trying to fill her way and still finished 4th to 5th in the conference in scoring. And she's back another year to prove herself. That's one of our main returners.
And then what area did you want to see in as far as your team, the most improvement as you get ready to start the season? What area do you need to be stronger in that you really think you've improved?
I think from last year to this year, our serve receive. Our serve receive was one of our biggest challenges because serve receive put you in system, put you out of system. Most of the time, it put us out of system last year. We only had one option. This year, we brought in a super freshman. She was an All-American as a high school kid. Her name is Kalani Tilakia. She's from Utah.
Wow.
Salt Lake City, Utah. And she's coming in already as a freshman and demanding.
Yeah.
And that's big for us. And I think another area was the setting situation. We brought in 2 setters. We brought back Huntsville native Brianna Smith, graduate of Sparkman High School, went over to Wallace Community College, graduated from there, came here, and she's going to lead the flock with a freshman from North Carolina that played for a great club team. So we're super excited about them 2 areas,
right.
our serve receive and our setting area.
We talked to Coach Shade about the transfer portal. How does the transfer portal affect volleyball? We talk a lot about football. We see it a lot in basketball, but lots of times the softball, baseball, volleyball, we don't really get to see how it affects. But how does the transfer portal affect you guys?
It affects us, because it's high demand. Kids now, they're unhappy. They can just jump in the portal. We don't even know nothing about it, We don't have to know anything about it, but we just try our best to. It help us when we need to get a quality kid directly transfer in, but it also kill us when we have a top kid that leaves out.
Well, but it's all about building relationships too, and if you can get the program back to where Betty Austin had it, it'll draw a lot of talent in. And we've got people listening who love Alabama A&M. I just got a message from someone. He was tipping me off that there's a very good player, and I know you're talking about recruiting in Huntsville, Coach. Ryan Holloway, her mother is an Alabama A&M grad, and she's a Division I prospect at JP2 that could be maybe be someone that your program would be interested in. So that just goes to show you people listen to the show and they care very much about Alabama A&M and the future of volleyball and athletics here on the Hill.
We're super. Like I said, we're recruiting all the good kids in Huntsville. So. Just keep your ears open on that.
So you mentioned your second year here. For those that don't know, how did you get here? How did you find Alabama A&M?
Yeah. Well, I came in as an assistant. I'm coming from Edward Waters, where I came in and won 2 championships in 1 year on the men's pro side and the women's side.
Wow.
we built a men's program. First year, we won a regular season championship.
Mm-hmm.
And that was super exciting for a program that just started up and came in as a women's coach, took a program that was 3-23 and turned them around, and we went to the national championship in the IA, which was super excited. Winning our conference, going in the last seed in the conference and winning the whole conference, and then making it to the NAIA championship.
Yeah.
It was super exciting. Also from Chicago State, where I'm used to playing Power 5 schools. When I was at Chicago State, I knocked out for Rutgers, which is a Big Ten institution. We took Oklahoma to 5. We took California. They was ranked 14th in the nation. We took them to 5. So I've been there, coached there 6 years. My first job was Division III job at Rusk College in Mississippi for 8 years. Most winningest coach at that school. So, I've been around almost 20 years now. So,
wow. How has the game changed in 20 years?
The game has revolved so much. Each year just keep getting faster, tempo.
Really?
So right now, that's what we teach our kids. Tempo.
When you say fast, what do you mean? I mean, I'm thinking basketball, pushing the ball up in the court. You're running around. How do you do fast in volleyball?
Now in training, we use a speed test to see how fast the set is moving.
Really?
Because the faster the set move, the more separation you get on blocks. That if you don't have a quick middle, you got a hole right there.
Yeah, we're learning volleyball strategy this morning.
And then we wanted to let you also peel back the onion, talk about your staff and what you put together here at Alabama A&M.
Okay, great. We just hired first year assistant Nikita Clare.
Oh, nice.
She's a former Rebel. She's from Ole Miss University. She graduated 2012, All-American, all SEC player. She coached me previously at Chicago State. She has been a great teacher for our middles because that's the position she played. She also played pro.
Wow.
She played pro in Poland. And she got a little son here that's getting used to the system, and he's in elementary school. So we're super excited to have her on board. We also have returner Jason Rutherford. He's been around volleyball for about 25 years. He's a graduate of A&M. And we also have a volunteer assistant named Timothy Cockfield, who's our setters coach. We work very, very well together. We're just like a big family.
And when does it all begin? Officially, I know practices are going, but with the first game, when does it all begin?
First exhibition is tomorrow night at 6 p.m.
Oh, wow.
In Elmore. We'll be taking on Division II Lane College.
Nice.
Okay. And then
next week, we really want to talk about this because it's a big weekend for A&M. A&M Volleyball is Alumni Week, and it's also the second annual Betty Austin Invitation.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
And this year, we added a spin to the Betty Austin Invitation. We took a MEAC and SWAC challenge.
Okay.
So we got 3 schools from the MEAC coming and also 3 schools from the SWAC. That's including ourselves.
Who's coming from the SWAC?
So the SWAC, of course, Alabama A&M, Southern University in Baton Rouge, and also University of Arkansas Pine Bluff.
Okay.
Versus the MEAC schools, we have Delaware State, who won the MEAC last year. And we have Morgan State University as well as South Carolina State University. So it should be a bash of HBCUs next weekend. We're super excited. So if you're hearing us, it's free admission next weekend. Come out. It's in Elmore. Come out and support us.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, thank
Coach
you.
Brandon Reeves, thank you for taking the time.
Thank you so much for coming over here.
You're too.
Yes. All right. Let's get a break in. When we come back, we're going to talk Alabama A&M baseball, maybe, hopefully. Yes, if traffic cooperates, we're going to talk some Alabama A&M baseball coming up next. New head coach Lewis Whitlow going to try joining the program here coming up next.
You're listening to Talkin' Ball on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Welcome to week 0 in our high school streaming network. Buckhorn will be over the airwaves again this season. The Bucks start with a road trip at Decatur. Madison Academy is at Mars Hill. Randolph visits West Morgan. Sparkman plays host to Spain Park. Westminster Christian visits East Limestone. And our game of the week is Huntsville and Hazel Green. So download our app. Just search 977 ESPN in your Google Marketplace or your Apple Store and enjoy the action.
Tom Abraham here for my friends at Your Home Window. Now is the time to take advantage of their huge end of summer sale and get ready for the fall. Right now, all windows are 35% off. All exterior doors are 40% off. Now you get the whole door, just the price is 40% off. And get this, 0% interest for 18 months, as in no interest, nada, none. As always, the estimates are free, as is the lifetime warranty. To make an appointment, go to yourhomewindow.com. That's yourhomewindow.com.
Hey folks, this is Arthur Seaton, managing partner at University Kia, proudly saying Roll Tide and War Eagle. Stop into University Kia today and shop one of the area's largest selection of new Kias, including Fortes, Seltos, Telluride, and Popular Carnival, and fully electric EV6. View all the great specials at universitykia.com and get pre-approved in minutes so you can drive home your new Kia you really want, because we want to see you in a University Kia.
Hi, my name is Dan Aldridge. I'm here to let you know about the Aldridge Law Firm and the soon-to-be-announced Legal Town Center. I've been practicing law in Alabama since 1984, and I also practice in Tennessee. And I'm from North Alabama, and I'm here to represent you and take care of your legal needs. For many of us, hiring an attorney is not high on the priority list, and maybe a little scary. But it's something that we all need at some point. So by all means, do your homework. And if you need representation for car accident, wrongful death, medical malpractice, nursing home abuse, or estate planning, or any other matter, just give us a call at 256-534-3188. And you can email me at Dan, that is Dan at danaldridgelaw.com. Dan at danaldridgelaw.com. God bless America.
No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
Hello, listeners. I want to tell you a little bit about Minuteman Press and what we have to offer our community. We specialize in paper printing and can help from designing your piece to the finished product. We print media guides for many of the athletic departments at high schools and universities around the area. We typically purchase sponsorships from these schools as well to try and help them with their fundraising. Once we have reached our new normal, we also print all types of marketing materials free to hand out either in person, via mail, or at various trade shows and events. At Minuteman Press, we're not just putting ink on paper, we're building relationships.
The Drive with Wes Neighbors and Steve Moulton. Weekdays from 5 to 7 p.m. Only on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
I'll be praying you're fine.
Welcome back in. Talking Ball, 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Scott Tyson, Drew DeArmond, our 97.7 ESPN The Zone Talking Ball Tailgate Tour rolling on thanks to our good friends Talent Heating and Air, talenthvac.com. You can find them online. Thomas, Terry, Jeremy, give them all a call. You can also, like I said, talenthvac.com. Mm-hmm. That's them online. You can also reach out to them via the phone if you would like, and that number is 256-503-4490. Talent Heating and Air. We are now joined, and this has been fun. The good thing about this is the guests just keep rolling right along, and Alabama A&M head baseball coach, new head baseball coach, joining us.
Yeah, Lewis Whitlow just named yesterday the permanent, the interim tag removed. He's now taking over this program, been around it since 1999 when he became a student athlete here and competed for the baseball program. But he's been there a long time, hitting coach, and now he's taking over this program. Coach, congratulations and welcome to the show.
Thank you much, gentlemen. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Glad to be here this morning. I know we were fiercely rolling through traffic.
I mean, that's Huntsville traffic sometimes, right? It'll just jump up and bite you.
You got to know. You got to know. If you live here, you know exactly what it is. Some days it can be extremely smooth. Some days you're just
and the construction up on the parkway doesn't help at all, does it?
No, not at all. Not at all. But no, definitely glad to be here. Thank you all. But very excited, man. It is a very exciting time for Alabama A&M, but for sure for this Alabama A&M baseball program.
For you played here. You bled the maroon and white. You were the interim coach. What does it mean to you to have that interim tag removed and have the words head coach by your name?
It's a moment that is a true dream that's come true. one thing to play the game of baseball from being a little kid coming up. Everybody has dreams and aspirations to go to the big leagues, and play on the major level. But it's sometimes you have to realize that sometimes you're better as a coach. I'm a people person. I've been in Huntsville for a long time. I started out in human resources. So
nice.
Building cultures, building strategies, making sure we have the right things as we lead companies, it's the same thing you do for a team. So to have this opportunity to come back and build a program to make sure we're long lasting and sustainable, that's the exciting part for me.
And what did you learn last year? I mean, of course, you were kind of, we talked to Sam Shade about drinking out of a fire hose. When you have to take over a program on an interim basis, that's not something you really plan on doing at the start of a year. But talk about taking over the program and what you were able to learn and what you can kind of apply to now your first full season as you are now not just the interim coach, but you're the head baseball coach taking over this program.
That is truly a great question. It's funny because I sit back and I think about October the 28th when I sat in AD's office last year and he was like, Lou, you want to take over the program? It wasn't a hesitation.
Right.
I had been around the program, had been helping, doing different things. And I transitioned back into HR consulting.
Right.
And I was still helping programs doing baseball facility training because I had my own facility. When he told me, it was like my heart dropped, but it was never an instance of what my answer was going to be.
Right.
I knew that I had a lot to do. I knew I had to learn my guys because that's the one thing. The fall is where you win championships. It's where you build them. Mm-hmm. You win your games in the spring. Right. So having that time to build a culture, build an understanding, the fundamental footprints of what you want to see out of your team happens in the fall. So instantly, I was like, okay, let's get it. I was gung-ho. I'm the new guy coming in, and I'm like, hey, we finna have a great season. We finna do this, this, and this. So, it was one of those things where, once again, we talk about maturity level. The excitement is there, but I'm so laser focused to make sure we do it the right way this time. And when I say that, getting the right recruits in, making sure we have a great substance of what I want to see is a very meaningful thing for me.
On the Division I level, and Alabama A&M baseball is on the Division I level, you have to build a foundation. In order to build a foundation, you have to have coaches be here a while.
Yes.
Baseball program has been a revolving door, though, of head coaches. How tough is that? I mean, to try to come in and, lots of times when you say you're taking over, well, the foundation was, built, we just got to make it stronger.
100%.
I mean, it's almost like you're trying to rebuild a foundation.
Yes, sir. I was here when Coach West was here, and I know he's passed on.
Yes.
Great man. He was a great leader. There's a lot of guys that I still talk to that talk about Coach Wesley. And that's the beautiful part of I'm alumni. I'm going to reconnect those guys to bring the passion and the pride of Bulldog baseball back. It is the fact of truly rebuilding a program because we've had some consistencies from the same people being here, but the inconsistency of what we want to see on the field. And the honest truth is we've got to change that. We are a D1 program. We do have the opportunities to go to the postseason and play in regionals. Why do we set our standard for that?
Right.
We've got to make sure we bring the guys in to play at that level. And not only do that, but make sure as we're going through the season to get the RPI up, we've got to play some better teams. And guess what? It can't be playing better teams and not have the showing against those teams. I'm adamant to make sure we're going to be on the stage. We're going to be set for the stage. I told the AD Bryant, VP AD Bryant now, it was like searching for diamonds. As we went through this recruiting process, I'm an old school guy, so I'm sitting down with families. I'm talking to parents. I want to know what fabric that I'm pulling into my fabric. Because to me, when you're building a program, you're building a culture, you're stacking fabrics to make that fabric tougher. I work for an aerospace company. We learned about carbon fibers.
Right.
Carbon fiber material is the hardest material to break. That's why they build the spaceships to send them into outer space because they're so durable. It's built fabric by fabric, and then you put the resin on to make sure it hardens up. Since these guys have come in and has been no instruction, no motivation, they have been at that field day in, day out, lights on, swinging consistently, getting reps. It says a lot about the culture we're building, and I haven't even been able to touch them. Today is the first day that I can actually get hands on them, so you better believe I'm extremely excited about it. So, we've got a great fall season coming up. We've been doing a lot of things within the community. That's one thing for me is I feel like we have to be hands-on if we want to make sure those stands are packed. Our fans have to know who we are, and we have to have relationships with them to pull them out until we build the venture and the hard brick and mortar that we really want to see on this campus.
Well, and talk about, you said today's the first day. What is the itinerary? What's ahead for today for these guys?
Well, we were pretty excited yesterday. We had a team building event out on the field, and all of a sudden the bottom dropped.
Oh, yeah.
So
it definitely rained.
testing days got shifted until probably tomorrow. So we'll do team meeting today. Trying to set the bar. Give us some time to really go through the handbook, get our manual set up. And we've been talking consistently throughout the off season. That's the beautiful part about my guys and technology. You get Zoom calls and you can get the FaceTime with them to build a relationship. So once they get here, we're working. I understand how my guys click. I know what they do. I know what they want, but they also know what I expect. So I'm excited about it. I'm looking forward to it. It's been a long time coming.
Yeah. We wanted to ask you too, and we saw it come out, I believe, a couple days ago, and it's called Homers for Hank.
Yes.
And for those that don't know, that is Hank Aaron.
Yes, sir.
And just shed a little light on how Alabama A&M is connected to the Homers for Hank program.
Sure. Homers for Hank basically started a partnership with the Atlanta Braves, which created the organization Homers for Hank. He has looked at how can he elevate the game of baseball. That is his passion, but more so within the minority HBCU arena. What happens is there's a grant that various schools will write to. They have $1 million that they will give out to those schools. We were part of that selection. We will have an HD camera system that will be installed into our baseball field. It will help with development, streaming purposes, so individuals can see the game at a high level from different angles. But it also has some analysis within it to give us pitch recognition. So we'll know what type of pitches are being thrown, but also the velo that's associated with it. I'm a big guy on development. So for me to have that tool throughout the fall is going to be huge for us to go back and do self-scouting. We haven't done that in a long time because we hadn't had the technology to do so. So when you're taking 2 cameras to put in a 6-level camera piece, it's very different. So now I've got 6 angles to really catch everything as a whole. So I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, the Homers for Hank, true blessing for a lot of institutions. They've done a lot. They went in and built batting cages, offered equipment purposes, whatever it is they can do to help these schools to elevate their programs to be successful.
Yeah.
Well, and then talk about we just had Coach Reeves, and we talked about A&M volleyball, and he's got some new pieces on his staff, and is very excited to going into year 2. This is technically year 2 for you because you took over the program as an interim, but now you're the permanent head coach.
Yes, sir.
Talk about the staff and kind of the organization you've put together.
Yeah, I mean, from that perspective, I do have Mark Hernandez. He is returning. It gave me an opportunity to. I think this year was unique because I came in late. I didn't get a chance to really know those guys.
Right.
So it was like, hey, before I just truly make a snap finger and make a change, let me get to know who I'm working with.
Right.
Do they really understand my perspective? And the one thing we did is this summer we really locked in on profiles and what we wanted to look at for this program and how we wanted to build it out. And even truly just building the steps within the program. I've got a great guy returning with Ty. He's going to be consulting with us and Isom Ford. They were with me volunteering last year, so they will continue to be around the program. I am still solidifying some pieces, especially since we're still early in the game. But the core is there. And like I say, Mark Hernandez is a great guy, great human being, knows the game extremely well. He's going to be my pitching coach and recruiting coordinator. But like I say, there was an opportunity for us to grow and understand. So we go in this offseason and going into the season to really know what's the expectation without question or without doubt.
How close is this baseball program to, I don't want to say punching a ticket to the regionals, because that's, I mean, we know what level that is.
Yeah.
But to say, okay, look, we're going to be top tier of the SWAC. We're going to be, because Alabama State has been driving 100%. That bus for a little while right now.
Yes, sir.
How close are you guys? How close is this program to getting there?
Honestly, even when I go back and look last year, if we had the health that I expected for us to have, which we know we can't control that.
Right.
It happens, but the health was a big factor for us, and I felt like we really could have made some noise last year. The one thing I am going to do is I'm going to be modest this year. I'm not going to be boastful and say, and I'm not a boastful guy. I think I went in with a lot of energy saying we were going to do a lot of things. But there are things that you can't control in this game. And that's one thing I truly learned through the struggles of the season. Right. But at the same time, I'm very confident in the guys that we brought in. The one thing I can say, and I'm not going to give numbers, but we have brought in multiple former Power 5 guys. We have brought in multiple former mid-major guys. So when talking about the tenacity and the mindset of what we're going to bring, is going to be damn electric. And that's the one thing I'm looking forward to. Like, I'm an exciting guy. I'm an electric guy. I want my offense and my defense to play the same way.
Right.
So the way we play it out is how it's going to be played out. But I can tell you it's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting.
Well, so it sounds like we've talked in a lot of different Alabama A&M sports today, but the transfer portal is a huge factor. But it sounds like it's benefited you guys, in your opinion, very much so to help transform this roster.
It truly has. And the benefit is that we had a very unique recruiting approach.
Okay.
I'm not one that waits. If I see somebody, I'm going to get on it early. I feel like my presence, my comfort, my understanding has to be felt at an early stage because everything we do is so relational now. We have all these gimmicks and all these things around us that we can't control, from whether it's a beautiful event center to whether we go across the park and we see our facility for what it is. Like I tell my boys, what we have is what we have, but I am who I am. I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to let you know who I am. I'm going to develop you, and I'm going to give you everything I possibly can give you within this program. So it makes a difference when you sit and talk face-to-face and build those relationships compared to the way it used to be and the way a lot of Power Fives are doing it now, where it's, hey, I got a full scholarship for you. It's tougher, but at the same time, you have to do the right things early to get the guys before the Power 5 comes in and just lays it off on the table and it's like, I got a decision to make. At least I'm making you think.
How do you guys compete in the NIL world? I mean, because you know it's a SWAC. You're a SWAC school. You're a Division I baseball program.
Yes.
I mean, this is not 1AA. This is Division I. You guys can do all that. You can do the NIL. You can compete. How do you guys stack up? How do you try and compete in the NIL world?
You know, that's the unique piece for us. That is something that we are building, because we know it's going to be more competitive as the future comes along to be able to maintain guys. We saw that over the last couple of years, seeing Tristan Curlis go off to ETSU, have a great year just because of the opportunities that were there. Yeah. And that's what I want to see for our guys. Just being honest with you, we know that this is a very unique era we're in. So if I can build my program and there's P5s coming to snatch my guys, that means I'm doing something right. But do I have to be more competitive to make sure that they're staying here? 100%. And that comes from us doing fundraisers, making sure we've got the dollars to be able to give our boys, just like the NCAA has approved the school to pay for students.
Right.
We've got to continue to elevate our program to where it's a revenue-generating program, and we change the mindset about how we do that to maintain that, to get our boys to elevate on the D1 side.
You are from this area.
Yes, sir, from Birmingham.
How important is high school baseball, especially here in North Alabama? I know we talk about the transfer portal and going to get Power 5 guys and going and getting guys from the Power 4 level. But, I mean, eventually, you still have to recruit. You still got to bring in high school guys. And we are in a baseball-rich community.
Yeah, that was part of my recruit strategy, to make sure I got home. Tennessee, Georgia, Mississippi, Alabama, these are my homes. I've coached and played in these areas for many, many years. So getting back to my travel ball roots and understanding my kids, that I picked up a phone call and said, hey, Coach Lewis is going to be the head coach. That was the start of it.
Yeah.
I needed guys that I knew could play this game at a high level with baseball IQ. And like I said, it goes back to being relational. So many years of relationships that I've had is culminated to this moment itself. So like I say, it's really been exciting. I'm really excited about where we're going. But yes, recruiting in our hub is very key, because we've got some great baseball here in the Huntsville and in the Alabama area, the southern region.
I'm ready to play baseball.
Yep.
He's got me convinced.
Yeah,
I'm ready.
Absolutely. Opening day today, as far as getting the team meeting, getting started. Got a little bit of rain, affected some things yesterday, but it affected pretty much everyone. But good luck, Coach. And, congratulations on getting the interim tag removed and,
yes, sir.
and your first, full off season and full year as head coach. And we wish you nothing but the best.
Thank you, gentlemen. I appreciate it, man. Thanks for the opportunity, man.
Lewis Whitlow, kind enough to sit with us. New Alabama A&M head baseball coach, joining us on our 97.7 ESPN The Zone Talking Ball Tailgate Tour, presented by Talent Heating and Air. When we come back, we'll wrap it all up. We're going to have one more coach sit in the hot seat. We'll back after this.
You're listening to Talkin' Ball on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Travel accommodations for 97.7 ESPN The Zone provided by University Kia.
Your customers deserve the best, and so do you. You invest in your customers with your heart, soul, and skill. Well, it's time to invest in yourself with the next generation Cat 255 compact track loader from Thompson Tractor. After all, those who give their best deserve the best, and this machine has it all. With features that include a more powerful engine, tri-axle truck loading capabilities, a spacious cab, and a smooth ride for all-day comfort. Best of all, now Thompson Tractor is making that investment even better with our Workhorse Special. Get 0% financing for 36 months on the purchase of a new Cat 255 compact track loader that comes with a 3-year warranty. You also get a 74-inch bucket and 1,000-hour filter kit. Due to popular demand, this offer is extended through September 30th. Visit ThompsonTractor.com for details. Thompson Tractor, we're here for you.
Specializing in simple and affordable rentals, McCurry Van and Car Rental can make sure you have just the right vehicle for your next family vacation, weekend getaway, or if you just need transportation while your vehicle is being repaired. McCurry carries Ford Transit vans and Mercedes Sprinter vans, trucks and work vans, and more. And they offer discounted rental rates for long-term rentals. Now with 4 locations: Athens, Muscle Shoals, Coleman, and Huntsville. Log on McCurryRentals.com to make your reservation now. That's McCurryRentals.com. Since 1983, Berkshire Hathaway Rise Real Estate's Ann Adams has been your local go-to real estate expert in the area. As a buyer, you can trust Ann's in-depth knowledge of the local housing market to narrow available properties down to those you'll be interested in, saving you time when shopping for a new home. When you're ready to sell, Ann's expert negotiation skills will ensure you get a fair price and hassle-free experience. Call Ann Adams today at 256-337-2625 or email annadamsrise@gmail.com.
Normally, when you call a roofing company, all you hear is, you need a new roof. Not when you call Fleming Roofing and Restoration. Since 1965, the folks at Fleming have been focused on what you need, whether it's an easy repair or a full roof replacement, commercial or residential. And when it comes to storm damage, you want Fleming on your side. They know all the ins and outs of insurance claims and will guide you through the entire process. Log on FlemingHSV.com and book your free estimate today. Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up.
Where's the best place for sports? What about the best place for wings? If you answered Jefferson's for both, you're right. Jefferson's is also a great place for value. Every Monday, kids eat free with the purchase of an adult meal, and teachers bring your teacher ID and you eat free every first Tuesday of the month up to $15. Jefferson's, best place for sports, best place for wings, in Hampton Cove and our latest location, now open in New Market on Winchester Road.
Listen to the Woody Anderson Ford Scoreboard Show, powered by Lake Gunnersville Ace Hardware. Each Friday night with Scott Tyson on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Welcome back in. Talking Ball, 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Scott Tyson, Drew DeArmond. Our 97.7 ESPN The Zone Talking Ball Tailgate Tour rolling along. We are on the campus of Alabama A&M University, thanks to our good friends Talent Heating and Air, talenthvac.com. We have talked all kinds of things. We have talked football. We have talked Lewis Cruz Classic. We have talked baseball. We've talked Alabama A&M. We've talked volleyball. And we're going to wrap all of this up by serving it up with a little tennis.
Yeah, for the longtime tennis coach, Willis Bundy of the Alabama A&M men and women. He's been kind enough to join us, and I know he's very excited about being on ESPN Radio. How are you, Coach?
I'm doing well this morning. Thanks for having me, guys.
Absolutely.
Brian, he's still not gotten the picture yet. You told him to get you a picture because this was your first time.
Brian Howard's been taking pictures all day, man.
He's not gotten the picture of you sitting here on the set yet.
I know this is a big occasion, big deal for me, so he's got to get to work. Come on, Brian.
Well, let's talk about this. And you've been here a little bit. You've been on the Hill now. I think you said 14 years.
Yeah, 14 years.
Just talk about the program. I mean, you this close last year to getting, and a lot of people don't know you guys are a Division I program. So had you won the SWAC conference, you would have been in the NCAA tournament. You're just that close.
That's correct. We're that close, and I think we had a very good season, and we're always actually competing. We're right there And this year, with the additions we've had, and of course, you go back to the drawing board and see what you can do different. We hope that this year we can make that next step.
Yeah, absolutely. The men finished in the top 2. I think the ladies, the top 3 finished. So very strong years and a lot of returners. So some experience and some high expectations, Coach.
Absolutely. We always glad to have players returning, especially the strong ones and the seniors, so we can have the leadership. And we're always excited about the freshmen and the new players who come in and help us build and achieve what our goals are, team goals.
Well, one of the things here, and AD Bryant has been, I mean, you look at this facility here, the event center. I mean, it helped elevate the volleyball program, the basketball program, and anything in here. They're doing some renovations. They're trying to get the baseball and softball fields built up there. But I drove by the tennis facility this morning,
Beautiful.
And I'm telling you, I mean, you want to talk about an investment. They invested in the program with those tennis courts.
Absolutely. They did a really good job, and now we have one of the best facilities in the conference. You know, in addition to the facility, the courts, we have cameras now, and for most of our international students, their parents are able to watch their matches when we play them live. And Eddie Brown is doing a really wonderful job of investing in every sport. So our facilities is just going to keep getting better, which helps with our recruitment.
And I can imagine the cameras on all the courts, though, helps you as well. You can record a little bit. You can watch it. You can use it as a coaching tool.
Absolutely, yeah. We use it for coaching and as well as for parents to watch matches. It's especially good for practice because it's so much easier to show a player, hey, this is what you're doing and this is what I needed to do than us just telling them. You know, sometimes seeing is believing, or most of the times, actually.
And what we're doing right now is we're educating our listeners, kind of walk them through what you guys are doing Alabama A&M tennis-wise in the fall.
So in the fall, we start off with the men start off with the Austin P Invitational. We go out and play a tournament. It's a hidden duel. We'll play Austin P, Tennessee Tech, and Cumberland University. And then in 2 weeks, we go for the HBCU National Championships in Atlanta.
Oh, wow.
A little pressure on the women's side because we won it last year.
Okay.
Awesome.
And we'll hope to defend it again this year. In October, we'll be playing the ITA Regionals. The women play in Auburn, Alabama, and the men go to play in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. And then we have one more invitational in Georgia. So it's a busy fall for us.
You've been here 14 years. That means you've also been in Huntsville. You've been around this area for 14 years. We talk a lot about the baseball and the basketball, how wealth
Tennis
of talent
culture,
there is. I mean, the wealth of talent, the knowledge of tennis in Huntsville is outstanding. We got Eddie Jakes just down the road.
We have a good relationship with Eddie.
At the Athletic Club of Alabama. I mean, the tennis, we are rich with tennis knowledge and tennis talent here in Huntsville.
Absolutely. Tennis is so big in Huntsville. Like you mentioned, Eddie Jakes, we got Jack Simmons at the Huntsville Tennis Center. And so the tennis set here in Huntsville is so big and so huge. What I would like to see more is more of the fans coming out and watching our matches here, because I believe we're the only Division I institution in the area. You know, but you know, we've not been able to have that happen, and I would like to see more of the fans coming out to the matches so that they can enjoy, because it's quality tennis. Division I.
So you want to continue to grow the fan base and let them know about Alabama A&M tennis.
Absolutely.
Well, yeah, and you look at it, and UAH dropped their tennis program a few years back. Outside of North Alabama, UNA, I believe these are the only two programs right along this area for Division I talent.
That's correct, yeah. And we play North Alabama every year. Every year we have a home and away series. And especially when we played here, I would love to see more fans coming out and supporting the sport, because college tennis needs all the support right now.
No question.
And that college tennis, and I mean, I've seen some of it, and I've seen how hard they're hitting now, and I've seen how fast they are, especially on the women's side.
Yeah.
I mean, this is high level talent. A lot has changed over the years with this game.
Yes, it's gotten faster. Of course, players have gotten stronger, quicker. The equipment has changed. Nowadays, you can hit the ball a lot harder, like you said.
Yes. Well, it helps. I mean, the wooden rackets. So, I mean, look, if somebody tried, I would imagine we would snap wooden rackets. If the guys were trying to hit as hard as they were now with a wooden racket, we'd probably snap those wooden rackets, right?
Definitely. Yeah. Guys are hitting so hard. Like I said, the rackets have changed, the strings have changed, and athletes have just gotten stronger and faster. So the game is, when you look at the professional level,
Yes.
and the next best level is college tennis, and you can also see with the success a lot of college athletes are having at the professional level. So this is and it's free. College tennis is free. You don't have to pay a fee to come and watch. So I would encourage all the tennis fans, whenever we have matches out here, come out and watch the game that you guys love.
And then talk about how you have approached it in your 14 years of recruiting to this program.
Well, I've been through all the phases. First I started with just, hey, let me build a program where I can compete.
Right.
We went from competing, and I brought in the right guys. We did super well academically. In the tennis part, we were not competing as much, because we were building the program.
Yes.
We went through that phase. We got to a very healthy phase to where we are right in the middle of the conference. And now we're at a very, very healthy phase. We're getting in the tennis talent that we need, but always as our program, academics comes first.
Yes.
So we are always looking for the individual who's can do it on both ends. And now we're at a place where we're competing for conference championships, but at the same time, we're very, very competitive academically.
Yes, when you walked in the door 14 years ago, this program, even the academic side, they were low. I mean, they were struggling a little bit, and it was tough. It started with the academics, and then the results even weren't there on the court. So when we say you've built this program, you've literally brick by brick have had to build this program, not only from the athletic side, but from the academic side.
That's correct. But also, I will say this: I had a lot of support from the administration,
Yes. Right.
And also they were very patient with me. So it was a collective effort. I was, of course, doing the recruiting and getting in the right pieces, but I had a lot of support. So it wasn't just a one-man job.
And then you were rewarded with Dr. Bryant coming in, and he's been, as you said, very supportive of every sport on the campus. And then, of course, 4 years ago, getting the courts redone. So a lot of that hard work paying off with commitment.
Oh, yes, it pays off. When it comes to recruiting, the good players want to play in a good facility, right? And they want to go to a program that is healthy. When I'm recruiting, one of the most common questions I get from athletes is, how long do you plan to be there? Because they want to see that continuity. They don't want to come into a program where the coaches are the turnover is very high. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of consistency.
That has helped us a lot in building this program.
Shed some light on your team. Talk about the returners. Talk about, hey, if you're going to come out to watch, you're going to be impressed by this guy and you're going to be impressed by this lady.
When you come out to watch Alabama A&M tennis, you're going to be impressed just by the energy that the entire team is having.
Yeah.
For the returners on my women's side, I'm very excited for our senior Alicia Owegi. And I've got a junior who's so energetic, Gabrielle Henderson. Yeah, she's just fire out on the court. I love her energy. So if you come out for the first time, I bet you're going to say, hey, that's the girl coach was talking about. Yeah. On my men's side, I think the energy level from all the players is the best. But I love Scott Yin Chilan the most. He's always so fired up. And he's also a senior, and he's excited about trying to finish his career with a championship ring. So we're going to give it a very, very good and strong ride this year.
That's awesome.
Well, we certainly wish you nothing but the best, and good luck this fall and then in the spring season as well. But looking forward to some more great Alabama A&M tennis, and for you to continue to build this program into one of the best, not just in the SWAC, but in our state and on the college level. But congratulations, Coach Bendy, and it's been an honor to have you on.
Thank you very guys.
Thanks. I just had to turn around. We have a crowd coming in here, the event center. So, but thank you so much. Yes, thank you so much. Perfect timing. That's the horn. We are
Alabama
done.
A&M tennis.
Yes, we are done. It has been 2 hours here on the 97.7 ESPN The Zone Talking Ball Tailgate Tour. Scott Tyson, Drew DeArmond. Big thank you to Brian Howard and everybody here at Alabama A&M University. They've been gracious hosts this morning. It's been a fantastic 2 hours. We're talking high school football tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
First football Friday.
2 hours of Friday Night Lights, FNF Friday, as we've called it, and we're really looking forward to getting Week 0 cranked up, and there'll be some high school football tonight.
That's right. Hey, I'll be at JP2, Wicks Field. Come see the Falcons. We're rising.
Taking on Elkamont.
Your home of the Alabama Crimson Tide